Oh boy! Happy Taco Tuesday. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. Oh man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I am all revved up here. I bought some stock a little late last night and also today as well too. We got to cover that. It is 12:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have been up now I've been up since very early this morning. I was going to record a video when market pretty much opened, but I kind of wanted to see how the markets would stabilize. And we do have some stabilization, which we're going to go ahead and get into. I'm going to try to keep this video under 25 minutes here, but sometimes I just really can't. If you are new here, welcome so much. We have a lot to discuss and go over. I keep things real. I pretty much don't involve a lot of high editing, so if you're looking for something like that, you're just going to get some real talk here. If you find value in today's video, smash the like button and subscribe for future content. If you want to be a part of my private stock clan, that link is down below, my Patreon with all the information there. Otherwise, let's go ahead and talk about the stock that I bought pretty much late last night when the market pretty much opened. So for a public account profile challenge is what I'm doing on this channel, taking a decent size amount of moolah and turning it into six figures over the course of 18 months. However, I'm going to be depositing some more money probably either later this week or next week. And the account challenge is going to go to 17 months because the videos I've been making over the last couple months now, I've pretty much been saying that we're going to have probably a lot of pain in January. And what's going to pretty much happen is we got to wait until all these companies post their earnings. Powell is going to come out next week and say, hey, the economy is completely fine. It's rock and rolling. There's no need to do an interest rate cut. Yeah, that's right. The economy does not need an interest rate cut because the economy is fine. It's strong. So therefore, the market is going to understand, hey, wait a second, the economy is doing great. Okay. And then we're going to have earnings comes out for so many companies, and the market's going to more than likely say, this is stupid. We've been in a fearful environment for no friggin' reason. And we're just going to rally to all-time highs, right? Because that's what the market ultimately does. Morning water cheers, by the way. Or I should say, early afternoon water cheers. Okay, so anyways, I ended up buying some Adobe. Been buying Adobe on this account for a while now, last couple months. Same thing with Hood. Bought one Adobe share, one Hood share. Ended up buying 11 SoFi shares this morning. I really dislike how Webull, I mean, it's awesome that I can actually trade stocks overnight on Webull, and also I can trade stocks at 4 o'clock in the morning as well. But the problem with Webull is that it doesn't really show a lot of good things like Robinhood. If I do another account challenge in the future, I'm definitely going to be using Robinhood. My main profile is on Robinhood, and I've been using Robinhood now for a very long time. However, I will say that I am a first-time shareholder of Robinhood, and I was pretty much buying these positions back in November and also early December here. SoFi, I was buying on this account during Liberation Day of 2025, almost a year ago. On my main profile, I've been buying SoFi since 2024. My average on SoFi is $7.41. Oh, it's a banger. Up well over 200%. Used to be 300%, but we'll get back there momentarily. Okay, so SoFi took a beating today. AMD, not really so much. AMD is doing really well. Yeah, it's actually a shell shocker. You know, I would really like I really want AMD to surpass my SoFi position on this profile. On my Robinhood account, SoFi is my largest position, then AMD. On here, it's pretty much the opposite. on here, AMD, but AMD is my largest position on here by cost basis. So when the party starts rock and rolling for AMD, oh man, it's going to be a banger. Meta, I have not added to Meta just yet, but Meta is ultimately getting hit. We'll talk about them a little more. Palantir is just really stagnated. Adobe continues to sell off, which is just buying opportunities. Hood, same. PayPal, same. Honest Company, pretty much the same as just a risk on. It's Honest and PayPal, I'm just really looking to trade on here. SoFi, I'm a long-term bull, 10-year vision. AMD, anywhere between 3 to 5, maybe even 7 years out. Meta, definitely over a year. Same with Palantir. Adobe could be a year, and Robinhood is really a toss-up. I could say in Robinhood for the next couple years, especially if Bitcoin goes on a tear here. But overall, early this morning, this account, believe it or not, was actually very much in the red, and it was I believe it was $36,200 was a low. So we are experiencing pretty much a very strong recovery. Around 4:30 a.m. was basically pretty much like the low for a lot of these stocks, especially SoFi. SoFi ended up getting super low. Next week or either later this week, I'm going to be depositing $2,500 more into this account. That's going to move the account challenge down from 18 months to 17 months. 17 is a lucky number of mine, ironically. So it kind of really goes pretty well, especially with this channel name as well too. So, what stock am I really looking to buy over the next week or 2 weeks? If these stocks continue dipping and just all these companies on this profile, phenomenal growth companies. Obviously, Honest Company is very risk on because they're in a transformation period on their balance sheet. They're getting rid of products that don't do well, and they're basically moving into products that continue to do well. And a lot of people don't like transformation on their balance sheet because it adds uncertainty. Oh, but wait! What other company did a very similar thing back in early 24 that nobody wanted to buy? Oh, it's called SoFi! Yeah, 2024 SoFi was hated. They went through a transformation on their balance sheet, and hell, I was a buyer. So happy. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what the hell happened today. The day after Martin Luther King Day. Why did this happen? Is it going to be continuing? Well, let's go ahead and look at some news here. So basically, pretty much, there is no new news on the Supreme Court ruling on the tariffs. That one is something that a lot of people are waiting for. I've really talked about this and given my opinion. I really do believe that it's going to be 50-50. The Supreme Court is going to rule that some tariffs are justified and some are not. That's probably going to do a whole lot of nothing for the market, because all that means is that Donald Trump, President Trump, the Trump administration is going to find other ways. So if you go ahead and say, hey, these emergency tariffs that you are using, they are not justified, but the other type of tariffs are, all Donald Trump is going to do is basically move and double down on the tariffs that are working. So it's going to basically pretty much be a wash on everything. If the Supreme Court comes out and says, hey, all these tariffs are unconstitutional, oh, that could be a bullish catalyst, but it could be also a bull trap. Why could it be a bull trap? Because now we got to repay all that money. Now you're going to have a lot of pissed off people that honestly really voted for this, and they're going to be left and they're going to be saying like, well, what does this mean? It's going to be, in my opinion, good for the short term, but also it's going to be a lot of more uncertainty. Kind of like when the government was shut down in December and November. a lot of people were liking the market rally, but it was a bull trap because the market was rallying when the government was shut down because we wasn't getting any data. So no data was a bullish catalyst. However, when data started coming out, it's like, wait a second, this is not good. So imagine if all the tariffs are deemed unconstitutional and you have to then maybe, like, it adds a lot of fear saying, okay, well, what is going to happen now? Does that mean that taxes have to come out or something? It's going to create a lot more uncertainty. The markets doesn't like that. It's going to be negative. Okay, another thing too, we got Greenland, basically tariffs, sanctions, a lot of uncertainty. Obviously, Besant to Europe, do not retaliate, Art of the Deal 2.0, pretty much Liberation Day 2.0. And they're pretty much doing this once again when the stock market is at like near all-time highs here. And what do I mean by this? Well, let's go ahead and pull up the SPY here. Before we actually look at the SPY, let's go ahead and look at the Russell 2000. All the small caps are beyond at all-time highs here. We go to the Qs. I mean, obviously today we broke the 50-day moving average, which is bad. We really have to hold the 100-day moving average here. But I mean, ultimately, we are near all-time highs here. It's not like we're down in this area during November when I was buying stock like crazy on these videos. Back in November and December, it was over like $30,000 worth of hard cash a stock that I was buying. I don't use margin. Don't really believe in margin. That's something I don't dabble in. I personally believe it's bad JoJo, but they're basically doing Liberation Day 2.0 on Greenland when the stock market is pretty much near or at all-time highs. Obviously, the SPY is hovering over the 50-day moving average here. So once we go ahead and get past Powell speaking next week, we get past earnings, we go ahead and hear something from the Supreme Court maybe Greenland uncertainty goes away, we're going to rally. So my game plan has not changed personally. You buy the friggin' fear. If you are a long-term investor, you buy the fear, you buy the dip, you pick up discounted shares like I just did for SoFi. I actually moved up my average. I have a solid even count of 400 shares now. My OCD is actually pretty well intact now. 400 even shares. We got to get AMD to go back down, so I can pick up some more shares, maybe get like 50 maybe 9 more shares. Same thing with Meta. Got to increase my shares to maybe 10 over here. But otherwise, if you're a long-term shareholder, you buy the fear, you buy the dip, you buy discounted shares for the future. If you are a trader and you're trading stocks, you buy the dip, you buy the fear, you buy the blood, you sell the rip. It's a very simple game. Right now, there are people running around with their heads chopped off. You got to pull yourself back from the matrix, and you got to remember what is going on. We are literally playing a game with the devil. That's all the stock market is. We are literally making money with the devil. That's all the stock market is. It's a devilish game. Big believer in fearing God, and a big believer when it comes to the sense of trading stocks and buying stock is that when you have companies that are just growing, and Adobe is a prime example that I am just talking about so much here because it blows my friggin' mind. I listened to Adobe CEO. I listened to their earnings call. I was buying Adobe right before their earnings. I could have walked away with I believe I was up by like 18% on my position. Now I'm down. The whole terminology is that Adobe had record-breaking AI sales for the year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, record-breaking AI sales. The stock triple beat. Beat on rev, beat on EPS, beat on guidance. Their CEO, I honestly never listened to before. I never even knew the guy's name other than before this earnings call. I was playing a video game. I am also a video gamer. I do have other YouTube channels that are video game related. And I'm playing a video game and I'm listening to this earnings call. And I'm like, okay, I never listened to an earnings call before of Adobe. And this is actually pretty locked on. Like, we had record-breaking sales. The problem with Adobe is that people are so scared out of their wits because they are so scared that AI is going to replace Adobe's products. That's bullshit. I use Adobe products every day, and I also use Google Gemini every day as well, too. The CEO of Adobe even said we are not experiencing any negative revenue because of AI. We're not experiencing that. And they've been saying that for the last couple years now, apparently. I put my faith into God, but you also got to give trust to the management team. Do I trust SoFi's management team to perform on their upcoming earnings? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do I trust on AMD? Lisa Su is a baller. Palantir has already been proven. Robin Hood, the guy is Mark Zuckerberg 2.0, an innovator. Adobe CEO, like their management team is just, they're executing. Why is the stock continuing to go down when they're putting up such good numbers? Because of fear. So, over the next week, maybe week and a half, I'm definitely going to be putting out a lot more buys. Like I said, if you want to join my private group, my Patreon is down below for the Discord. I do post real-time stuff on there of pretty much buy alerts, buy signals. Anytime that I'm going to be selling, also going to be posting in real time. And not to mention, I keep things pretty real here. I'm definitely not a gambler, but I will be getting into, and I do believe in doing some long-term options. Just not, options are really not my specialty. I tend to really stick good at what I'm good at. And what I'm good at is pretty much identifying just pussyitis. That's really what it comes down to. 2020, 21, I made life-changing money because I took a little bit over 6 figures, and I just bought the Rona dip, walked away with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of profits. You can definitely argue, and I'll go ahead and admit that I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know about moving averages, anything like that. I just looked at the market of being very fearful, and I'm like, you know, everyone is selling stock. I'm just going to go ahead and buy all these beaten down phenomenal companies. Bought all the airline companies, the cruise lines, a bunch of cosmetic companies as well too. Made out like a friggin' bandit. Like 2, 3, some of my positions even 4x'd. Crazy. And companies that are phenomenal and are just so scared. It's a wall of fear. That's really what it comes down to. It's a wall of fear. We are not buying penny stocks. Like, the companies that I am buying, they are all profitable. Yes, obviously, Honest Company is going through a transformation. That's why Honest Company is a risk-on play for me. And the reason I got into Honest Company is actually totally irrelevant. It's actually pretty humorous. PayPal is just fundamentally undervalued. And Adobe is just, oh man, I love Adobe products so much. And same thing with Meta too. Meta was just spending too much money, but earning seasons are going to show. And I'm going to be covering earning seasons on this channel. I can't wait, man. Oh man, it's going to be so good. I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video under 20 minutes. I respect your guys' time so much. Like I said, if you can do me a big favor, smash the like button. That is completely free. If you want more of me, definitely subscribe here. And if you want access to my private community, That link is down below. And let's go ahead and continue this journey tomorrow. Later.